I don't know about you, but I have zero interest in working until I'm 70 years old. What's up guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Matthew Kaufman. If you're new, consider subscribing. If you are new, welcome. Once again, my name is Matthew Kaufman. On this channel, I speak about finance and real estate for the most part. Today, what I want to talk about is something that I think kind of hits everybody a little bit in some way. And that's going to be the top 10 personal finance essentials. These are 10 steps that everybody needs to take to achieve financial independence. Personal finance is a lot more than just saving more than you spend, staying out of debt. There's a lot of things that come into play. You need a balance of insurance to protect your assets, various investments to prepare yourself for retirement later in life, and some type of plan to take care of your loved ones when you pass away. Number one on this list is going to be making a will or an estate plan. What's going to happen when you die? Who's going to take care of your kids, your pets, your bills, your property? Unless you have an actual estate plan, this is going to be a lot of guesswork for your loved ones, and it's more likely going to be a lot of frustration for your loved ones. If you don't decide before you die what's going to happen to your estate, all your belongings, all your properties, all your investments, it's going to be the state that decides those. You need to create a will that's going to make it easier for the survivors, the people that are close to you in your life, your loved ones. Creating a will or an estate plan is actually very simple today. You can get the assistance from an attorney or with an online legal document preparation service such as LegalZoom, for example. Like I said before, we're all going to die at some point. The last thing that you want to happen is that your loved ones are just scrambling when they're already upset enough that you're gone. Make it easier for them. Making a will or an estate plan. Number 2 on this list is going to be obtain sufficient insurance. The reason for insurance is in case something major happens in your life that you're covered in some sense and that you can afford. The reason for insurance is there to protect you, mainly in cases where you can't afford certain expenses that arise. More often than not, you're going to get insurance on items that are expensive. That could be your home, that could be a car, that could be your life. There's going to be many different types of insurance that you need throughout your life. A few of the essential ones are going to include life insurance, health insurance, car insurance, property insurance, potentially disability insurance, long-term care insurance, and those are just a few. There might be many more for you depending on your situation. One of the most important ones is probably going to be your life insurance. Reason being, we're all going to die at some point in our lives, but when we're alive, we're not thinking about that. That's the last thing we want to be thinking about. So make sure that you lock down a good life insurance. Number 3 is going to be setting up a high-yield savings account. With that type of account, what you're going to be able to do is manage your money while it grows and compounds interest. Compound interest is one of the most important things when it comes to a savings account, when it comes to investment accounts. I personally link my high yield savings account to my checking account, and then I just set it up as direct deposit. It's very simple. It allows easy access for sure. 2 that I'd probably recommend would be probably Ally Bank and then probably FNBO Direct. They both offer free high interest savings accounts. And with that comes along easy access and good reliability as well. Everybody should have a good idea where your money is going. Number 4 is going to be tracking your money and knowing where your money is. Everybody should have a good idea as to where your money is going. Today, especially with all these different apps and websites and everything, we're able to track all your expenses. It's very simple. 2 big ones that I like a lot are mint.com, mint.com, and Personal Capital. Those are both free if you wanted to actually spend money on this. Some tools you could pay for would be You Need a Budget, and for the full desktop version, that's Quicken. Quicken. And there's many types that are similar to Quicken that you can use as well, so you kind of want to shop around and kind of figure out what you feel that would work best for you. Number 5 is going to be build an emergency fund. The reason I have an emergency fund is that life is going to come at you very fast. And if you don't have an emergency fund and you're prepared, you're going to be in trouble. Instead of simply just living paycheck to paycheck, set some money aside, because you never know what's going to happen. There are always going to be unexpected expenses. Before I spoke about insurance a little bit, what an emergency does is pretty much sets you up with a kind of like a type of insurance. And that would be insurance that pretty much protects you against emergencies and would avoid you having to go into debt because of these things. That could be a car accident. That could be major health concerns. That could be something related to your home. Maybe your toilet breaks and you have to replace it. Like I said before, the reason for an emergency fund is to avoid at all costs going to debt more than you may already be. The way I kind of set myself up with an emergency fund is a $1,000 emergency fund. If something goes wrong, you pay for what needs to be paid for, and you put money right back into the account as fast as possible to build up that emergency account again, back up to that $1,000. And if you feel like you need more than that, do that. Number 6 is going to be getting out of debt. The powers of compound interest are incredible. Once you realize the power of it, you're never going to want to go back. You realize pretty quickly how important having compound interest work for you is than work against you. Because debt is an absolute killer. It's a killer to your bank account. It's a killer to your mental well-being. Pay it off and start investing your money. That way you can have a relatively easy retirement. And for me, I'm 26 years old. The majority of people my age my guests are probably not planning for retirement too much. My immediate thought when I bought this property was, this is gonna be perfect when I get to, 50, 60, 70 years old, because it's gonna be paying me consistently every single month. I'm setting myself for retirement, and you need to do the same thing. The faster you get out of debt is the quickest way to making your money work for you instead of against you, like I said before. When you're in debt and you're paying somebody, so you have a car loan. For one thing, it's a depreciating thing, so you're never gonna get paid back for it. When you have a car loan, you're paying the bank. When you're out of debt, that means you're able to invest easily. Because if you are in debt, then you're gonna be pushing your money straight toward this debt instead of towards something like an investment that's actually gonna give you a return on your investment. Number 7 is gonna be improving your credit score. I made a video about that recently, so if you really want to kind of deep dive into that topic, then go ahead and watch this after. Your credit score is one of the most valuable things once you're an adult. Your credit score is going to affect your ability to get a loan, your interest rates, your ability to get a cell phone contract, and possibly even your ability to get a job or maybe even security clearance. The first step to improving your credit is going to be realizing what debt that you do have. Figure out what all the loan payments are that you have and how much they are for. And more specifically, figure out how much interest are on those loans. Because the one that has the highest interest rate is going to be the one that's going to hurt you the most. The next one to improve your credit is going to be focusing on your credit utilization number. And what that is basically the amount of credit that you're actually using. For example, if you have a credit card that has a $10,000 credit limit on it and you use $1,000 in a month, that means your credit utilization number is 10%. That's 10% of your available credit. Your credit utilization number applies across all types of credit. And the lower that number is, the better off you're probably gonna be. I'm not saying spend $0 on your credit card, because that's not gonna allow you to increase your credit or help your credit at all. You should spend something, but you should be mindful of how much you're spending. Once again, if you have a $10,000 credit card and you're spending $10,000 every single month, you're gonna have a pretty bad utilization number, which means less than likely you're actually going to be able to get a loan or the potential for getting a loan. Number 8 is going to be start investing for your retirement. I don't know about you, but I have zero interest in working till I'm 70 years old. If I work when I'm 70 years old, I want it to be something that energizes me, something that gives something back to me, something I truly enjoy doing. Not because I need money to pay the rent or put food on the table, simply because I want to. A super simple concept is investing into your 401k at work, assuming that you have that offered to you at work. That is a very easy way to prepare for your retirement early on. One thing to kind of remember and live by, the more you invest now, the better off you're going to be in the future. Something I mentioned, I think, in previous videos, I'm 26 years old. The number one thing that I have on my side is my age and the amount of time I have through the rest of my life to invest. It's amazing even what 5 years will do if you don't start investing now. So say I'm 26 years old now and say I don't actually start investing until I'm 31. That 5 years is going to cost me probably over $100,000 in what could be compound interest, when I'm 60, 70 years old. Number 9, one that's pretty simplistic, but in the grand scheme of things, kind of difficult to do, and that's going to be increasing your income. Your ability to create income is going to be your greatest asset. It's not going to be your house, or your car, or your bank account. It's going to be your ability to make money. In the long run, increasing your income is going to be even better than simply just saving money, because there's really only so much that you can cut back on before you can't cut anymore. For me, one of my long-term plans is growing my alternative income streams. Number 10, and the last one, is going to be negotiate to save money. There's an old saying, and that is, only fools will pay the sticker price. In what situation are you ever going to go into, say, a car dealership and pay sticker price? Never. Why would you? There's no point. Instead, you would go in and negotiate a better deal. Other examples that it might be a good situation to negotiate would be your cable bill, possibly property taxes, your car taxes. One thing I was actually speaking to my father about recently was the car tax. For a car tax in your town, you'll get that tax bill. Most people will simply just pay it and not even think twice about it. But one thing you can actually do is go down to your town hall, and they generally have a day throughout the year where you can go in and they have somebody sitting there and you pretty much essentially plead your case. They might say that you owe, a specific amount on your car tax, but you don't believe that your car is worth that much. Funny enough, my dad told me that he did this last year, and once he did this, like 2 weeks later, he got a check in the mail for $170, which means the amount that they had him potentially paying initially was $170 more than he should have been paying in the long run. So try to negotiate to save money. The only way to create true wealth is to realize where your money's going. So try to master these essentials to personal finance. And if you have these topics covered, you can sleep easy at night and that you're on your way to financial success. If you have any personal finance tips that you think are helpful, that work for you, please comment below, because I'm always interested in hearing people's opinions. Just want to say thank you so much for watching, guys. Consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. Give it a like. That's going to really help this channel to grow. Once again, my name is Matthew Kaufman, and we'll talk soon. Take care. Growing my alternative income streams over time. Income. streams. Income streams. Okay. Oh boy. Income streams. Got it.